We have some news here on Hillary Clinton's VP pick. The Hill reports a bipartisan group of senators led by Senators Mark Kirk, a Republican of Alabama, and Kirsten Gillibrand, Democrat of New York, is urging that an additional $320 million for Israeli missile defense be added to a defense bill. So far, 19 Republicans and 17 Democrats have signed on to the letter, including Hillary Clinton's vice presidential pick, Senator Tim Kaine. So, this is actually one of the main reasons why Hillary Clinton picked Tim Kaine. He's a moderate. Now, what does that entail? Well, for example, it entails Tim Kaine voting for fast track of TPP. A disastrous idea. Outsourcing more U.S. jobs. That makes you very centrist, very moderate, very reasonable in today's political climate. He also fought for bank deregulation. Stay classy. He also fought for predatory payday lenders. Stay classy yet again. So it's stuff like that that makes Hillary Clinton look at him and go, ooh, yes, he's a boring white guy, so that might help me with white voters, even though it fucking won't. And, oh, see, he's very pro-business. That'll help me with donors. Yes, it will help with that. But look at the stuff he's pushing for. And again, people wonder, I get more and more frustrated every day when people like arrogantly lecture Bernie or bust people. Like there was a clip of Seth Meyers I saw last night say, I don't know what class the Bernie or busters missed, but it was probably history. And you know what? It's just so, it's smug and arrogant and it's hubris, and they don't get that they're the ignorant ones. Like, it's one thing to say Donald Trump is worse. I agree if you say that. But if you don't also add somewhere in your analysis that Hillary Clinton is a deplorable mess herself, well, then you're just not being honest or you're ignorant. And that's the point here, is, you know, they're willing to overlook everything Hillary and her team does wrong because Donald Trump is such a menace and he's such a fascist. Again, if you want to make the case he's worse, I agree with you. But if you want to do that and then pretend like now there's nothing bad about Hillary, you're just a liar or you're just ignorant. So that's not okay. And it's not like the Iraq war vote suddenly goes away. It's not like the vote for the Patriot Act suddenly goes away. It's not like the support for NAFTA and deregulation of Wall Street suddenly goes away. That's still there. And if you're not open and honest about that, well, then there's going to be a backlash to it, and then more people are going to sit out the election, vote Jill Stein, vote Gary Johnson, or vote Donald Trump. So it's just, now everybody's like, oh, you can't say anything bad about Hillary because it's the general. No, my job is to come out here and give you guys the facts. And here we have Hillary's VP. They want to give Israel $320 million for a missile defense system. $320 million more, I should say, because we already give them billions of dollars. And then also, Netanyahu's been trying to undermine the Iran deal from day fucking one. This is your response to that? Let's reward him by giving him $320 million more for more weapons. So he tries to undermine the Iran deal, turn his back on America in that respect, and then also he's expanding settlements. So you want to take a guy who's expanding settlements and illegal occupation under international law and give him a gift. That's not okay. That doesn't make you a moderate. That makes you a right-winger. That makes you a morally confused cretin is what it makes you. No, you should be doing less funding to Israel until they get their fucking act together and they're forced to the table and they get a two-state deal and they recognize Palestine. That's what you should do. You should move away. You should be doing sanctions. You should be putting pressure on them to get a Palestinian state. You should be putting pressure on them to accept the Iran deal unconditionally. You should put pressure on them to not fuck up peace in the region more. This is what you should do. Instead, hey, $320 billion, here you go. I'm so moderate. It's so moderate of me to support illegal occupation. What a joke this is. This is why people are hesitant to vote for Hillary Clinton. She has nobody to blame but herself. Hillary and her team, if they lose this election, you know who it's on? It's on Hillary and her team. It's not on Jill Stein. It's not on Gary Johnson. It's not on, every single Trump supporter is racist. No, that's not what it's about. If you lose the election, it's about you, because Donald Trump is one of the most beatable candidates in U.S. history, and you're struggling, and as of right now when I'm doing this segment, he's leading in the polls. Get your act together.